obviously we know that your group is back and they were pretty well respected last year. What is your overall kind of feeling for the state of the O-line heading into the new season?
Well, we're just starting from the bottom again, So everything we've done so far from training camp, coming down to this point, to game week, it's just the repetition and the monotony of doing the same fundamental techniques every day, until they're bored with them. So, it's been good work. The guys have really bought in to the system of techniques that we're doing, and they're really dialed into the game plan as well. So this is a great challenge for us. A lot of great challenges across the board going into Kansas City.
How much have you guys talked about the fact that you guys have played in front of many fans last season, and now you're going into Arrowhead?
Yeah.
As loud as it is, what kind of challenges does that present for you guys, and what is the preparation
Yeah.
like?
Well, it was loud in Arrowhead last year when we played, and I think the preseason has given us a pretty good inkling, of what the crowd noise is. When we went down to Atlanta, there was kind of an semblance of that, and through practice, which everybody does now in terms of generating crowd noise or manufacturing crowd noise through the systems, the technological systems. It's been good. It actually feels louder sometimes, because you're right on that noise system here at practice. So, you can never get enough work, and again, it's hard to simulate that, but we try to do the best we can. And we've been doing it for years. God, I've done it all the way back when I was in college, way back, a long time ago.
What do you like most about Jed's camp and how far he's come along since he started?
Well, the maturation of a rookie to a first-year, second-year player, there's a huge difference, and having that time from the end of the season until the time you begin anew really helps the players see the game in a different light. They know what to expect. Nothing's new anymore. They know the routine. They know what the techniques are. They can adjust to things that you do a little bit more easily or readily, when you're in the meeting and you take it to the grass. So I think that's the transition I see in his play, and just the overall growth, mentally and then physically. He did a lot of work in the off season, working on his legs, and then of course working his hand speed for pass protection. So he's maturing into a really good pro, and that's great to see. And he loves the game. He has a great passion for the game, and we just want to elevate his his performance as high as we can get it.
Mike Dunn and Blake Hance were obviously big stories in the postseason last year, helped you guys out. What did they do to kind of ride that momentum and earn their spots on the team? You got some competitive guys.
Yeah, good question. They worked hard, and they developed really nicely. And I think I've mentioned this a couple times, but I've got two really good quality assistant coaches in Scott Peters and John DeCastro. And these guys work with them every day, and especially Scott, who's a hands expert. If you ever get time to just visit with him and talk about his background and what it brings into the offensive line room, it's really unique. Unique in a sense that there's not a lot of martial artists out there that can take that type of system into pro football. So I think we're unique in that regard. And I think we're fortunate as well to have somebody like Scott that can bring a different perspective to line play, because he's played offensive line and he's studied all these different techniques and leverages when he was working as a BJJ wrestler. So he has all that instinctively in him, and he's kind of built his own system, and we've kind of collaborated and made our own system now for the players. So it's really interesting, and it's different. I'm not saying it's better than anybody's, but it's truly unique and it's a little bit different. And if you get a chance to talk to the players about it, I'm sure they would give you some insights as well.
How much focus is Chris Jones? What makes him a challenge for you?
Yeah, outstanding player in every respect, and they did feature him at the end position a year ago. This is a full-time move outside in the base, and then of course his ability to transfer inside, on a sub down. Is always interesting, It's like he can line up anywhere they want to put him, They can put him over the center, over the guards, either tackle. So yeah, he's a lot to deal with, We spent a lot of time studying him, this off season, and of course in our preparation, he's a challenge. You know, I've seen him obviously beat singles, but beat double teams, and of course, you know, he's done a terrific job. You know, when he's in an isolated one-on-one situation, so he's a handful, no doubt about it. He's got the whole repertoire that you look for in a pass rusher.
When you've got guys on the line that are so experienced, like especially Bitonio, Treader,
Mhm.
Conklin, who played at such a high level last year, how much of your job is finding ways for them to get even better versus just getting them to stay that consistent?
Yeah, good question. And you know, these guys have a tremendous ability to want more, and they've studied the game. They always look at different aspects of the game. So we try to stimulate them with different techniques or maybe a different tool that they haven't been exposed to. And they've been great. They're really receptive to things that you want to bring to the table, and they'll try anything. And all you're trying to do from our standpoint, from a coaching standpoint, is give them more tools so they can be more effective and more efficient. And sometimes things work. Sometimes they try things that don't work, and we'll try something else. But we're constantly trying to evolve the players' techniques to where we can kind of groove them to make it their own, make it different, make it more unique.